Yeah, so I basically mentioned in like a previous video that some people are just crazy and it ain't nothing you could do about that. I still stand back. I still stand, firmly by that. That's there's some really messed up people is what this story is about. But what's good, y'all? It's y'all boy Chubbs. How y'all doing today? Heat and kind of cooled down a little bit and got kind of replaced by this smoke. It kind of we're getting a little backlash from them Canadian fires or something that would happen. But I'm doing pretty good for the most part. How y'all doing? We're gonna go ahead and get into this story time today. Basically had some really messed up babysitters. Well, at least one of them was messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's always one out the bunch. But I had two babysitters that my mom ended up having. She used to be an accountant, and she used to leave really early, and she used to leave us with two babysitters. And one of them was good, and one of them was bad. So we're gonna go ahead and get into a little story time about the Lawnmower Man. I'm gonna tell you all about that today. So y'all go ahead and lock in. Let's get into it, gang. So like I said, there was a really chill, cool babysitter. He was like relaxed. He was just kind of whatever, as long as you was doing your thing, he was all cool with it. It was really no problems his way. He was cool. Whatever he was doing, as long as you was staying out of trouble, it was cool. Then the evil one. This one, I don't know if he was really evil, but he was evil to me. Man just ain't like me for whatever reason. I have no idea why. Both of their names, the good one was Kevin, the other one was Devin. Devin didn't necessarily like me so much. I have no idea why, but any chance he could, that man to get, man, I got so many beatings from that man for no reason. No reason, man. I walk into the kitchen, it's a beating. I walk into the living room, it's a beating. I think about walking into my room, it's a beating. That's basically how that went down. So I try to basically stay away from him. Kevin now was funny. I won't hold you up. He was stupid. Something was probably wrong with Kevin. I don't think he was all there. That's probably why he was babysitting and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was look. I don't know if he was just a friend of mine. I have no idea about these guys' background. But they would basically tell us, Kevin, he would basically tell us stories every night about this character called the Lawnmower Man. Now it's cause I'm a kid, all this stuff is real to me, you know what I'm saying? So he goes every night, he puts us to bed, he making sure we laying down, we good or whatever. We didn't necessarily have no TV inside the room around this time, so we would kind of just sit there into the darkness, and he was like, he wanted to make sure we went to sleep, so I'm sure so he could go do whatever grown folks do when us kids went to sleep. But he told us, I remember he was like, do y'all want to hear the story about the Lawnmower Man? And I'm like, who's the Lawnmower Man? So I asked him, I'm like, yeah, what's up? Who's the Lawnmower Man? And he basically said it's a long story. I'm gonna have to tell y'all this in chapters, but I'm gonna give y'all the gist. I don't remember everything because this was so long ago, but the whole premise of it is if your garage door was open at night, the lawnmower was there to basically capture any kids that was there outside at night. Long story short, it was kind of like different times he basically captured kids and took them into the garage. I don't remember all of it, but it took him a while to he put it in parts. He had like chapters. He already had this stuff planned out. And when his story was finished, I remember, it's crazy because I don't remember the story, everything he told us about the story, but I remember the ending, and when he was done, I'm thinking it's over. And he goes, hey, y'all want to meet the Lawnmower Man? Nah, I'm like, hey, nah, I'm straight, gang. Hell nah, I ain't trying to meet the Lawnmower Man. I ain't want no parts to do with the Lawnmower Man. Everybody else shaking their head in excitement. See, I didn't unlock my crazy stat yet, so I didn't necessarily understand why everybody was so excited to see this serial killer. But he was like, all right, cool, because majority rules. So this whole time, these days is going by, and he in the background setting this up. I'm thinking he ain't forgot about it because, the stories and stop. I'm thinking we good, I'm thinking everybody straight. No more Lawnmower Man, nothing. Come to us one night, putting us to bed. Come to us one night and he said, hey, the garage door is open and I ain't open it. And I asked around and nobody else opened it. So y'all know what that mean. And everybody kind of knew what that mean. I knew what it mean too. He said, this means we gonna have to defend the house. Is y'all ready to defend the house? Everybody shaking their head. I'm like, nah. I wasn't really with it. You know what I'm saying? I was so straight. I was so straight on everything he was trying to do. So he said, we gonna have to get y'all some protection. Bring us into the living room. My brother dad in there sleeping. He be knocked out. He be working during the morning. He usually go to his room. Sometimes he be knocked out in the living room. This night he chose to be in the living room to be knocked out. So they getting us armed up. Now when he said it was gonna be armor, you know what I'm saying, I got hyped up. I'm thinking in my head, you don't get no Titan like me, no armor. Like, man, I'm about to go mess him up, gang. You know what I'm saying? He about to go, look. That everything was over, nigga. It wasn't about to be no more Lawnmower Man in the second you gave me some armor. But they ended up giving us some pillows. That's how I knew it was some BS. Ended up giving us some pillows and some belts. And said, we gonna jump the Lawnmower Man. Now, even my little kid mind knew this was some BS, you know what I'm saying? But the fear was there, because everything seemed real. So that belt was low-key a sword, you know what I'm saying? And I was gonna go chop his head off. So they lead us outside. It's dark. It ain't nothing but pitch black dark. The only thing darker than the outside is my garage door being open. Crazy work. It is so dark in there. We start creeping up. It's me, my two brothers, and my two sisters. We start creeping up towards this garage. Babysitter, he's sitting there, he like, shh. You know what I'm saying? Kid, I'm like, shh. We gonna sneak up on him. I don't know to this day if this was definite or not, but everything seemed real. In my head, this monster all I heard was this scream and this lawnmower start. And this monster was sitting on top of this lawnmower, dragging something that was creating sparks across the ground. And he looked at us and he did that scream again. I threw my belt on the ground. I took the front pillow that was in front of my chest and I threw it on the ground, and I ran in the house immediately. I wanted no parts at all. I left my brother, I left my sisters. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. I ran into the house. I ran into the living room to where my brother dad was sitting. I got on the top of my tippy toes. I screamed. He woke up. He said, go to bed, go to bed. I ain't gonna lie, I started to freak out even more because I didn't know what was going on at this point. They tried to calm me down. They put on some random Pokemon episodes talking about it's okay. Nah, it's all right. You safe. Yeah, moral of this story is everybody out to get you. Don't trust even your babysitters. You not safe. Protect yourself, gang.